start. Wait, are we live now? Let's see. Uh, wait, wait. I don't say just yet, but like okay, I think we're live now. I don't say just yet, but like okay, I think we're live now. Also, wait, is my mic clipping? Why is my mic clipping? That's weird. Also, wait, is my mic clipping? Why is my mic clipping? That's weird. Guess I gotta actually wait. I gotta change some settings over here. First of all, okay, let me just do some change settings because I think something is alright with this because my mic should be clipping. It didn't clip earlier on Windows, so I don't really know what's happening over here. So I'm just trying to see. Let me just go over to. Can I go to Audacity or let me just turn off my mic for a while? Actually, let me just do it. What is default? Whoa. What you just heard was something I just recorded in Audacity, so excuse me. I'll be back soon. In fact, you can see this little back soon screen. So yep, I'll be back soon. Just gotta make sure I got everything in order. What is mic? Whoa. Okay, so it's definitely not the mic over here. And what you just heard over here was the mic from the excuse me for the inconveniences. Sorry for the inconveniences, but I gotta do something like that because like my mic is clipping for some odd reason. I don't know why it's happening, but I'm just trying to say something else because I don't really know why my mic is just clipping for some odd reason. And worst of all, I can't really change. Worst of all, I can't really change my mic settings at all. Let's see. Let's actually gotta find a way to change my mic settings. Mic settings at all. Let's actually gotta find a way to. Wait. Wait. No, the clipping is just gone now. What? Let's actually gotta find a way to. Wait. Wait. No, the clipping is just gone now. Well, if it's already gone by now, which I'm guessing it's probably because I'm not shouting to the mic. And I'm also not too close to the mic and whatnot. I mean, maybe that's why it's clipping. Not too close to the mic and whatnot. I mean, maybe that's why it's clipping. Anyway, back into scheduled content. So, hi guys, I got Pabblo here, and today we're going to be looking at, so hi guys, I got Pabblo here, and today we're going to be looking at, some various PCs and laptops and whatnot. Maybe start ranting about some of them, and like, now, I wanted to look at them initially on Allegra, but like, for some odd reason, Allegro, which is basically bullshit Amazon, it won't let me in. It just blocks it. It just blocked me, and it just won't let me in. Such as Amazon instead, and there's websites like that because Allegro just let me in. I mean, I could try, but like, I doubt it's gonna let me in. Like, yeah, it just says, it's just like I got blocked, and it just won't let me in, right? So yeah, that's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm just Amazon and maybe OLX, because, and maybe also OLX if that isn't blocked. No, OLX isn't blocked, so I think it's just, so I can use that too. Okay, simply gonna be was various listings on that, and just not worry about Allegro, because whatever. Anyway, so you might have noticed a few things have changed since I've since my last live stream. Notably, this time we have notably this time I am no longer on Windows for the second time. Yep, I'm no longer on Windows for the second time in this channel's history. Though I am not on Pop OS like I was first time. I'm actually on. Let me just check. Do a little fast fetch because Neo Fetch is no longer available. Whoosh. Now, it says Ubuntu 26.04, and to be fair, it is actually Ubuntu, but it's actually technically a slightly different distribution called Lubuntu, spelled like this, Lubuntu 26.04. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's what I'm currently on. I'm on Linux again. This time I am planning to be on Linux for a bit longer because well, the main reason I switched on Linux this time was because now the first time I switched on Linux, the main reason was because I basically wanted to kind of stay away from Windows for a while, just to see what Linux is like. I just wanted to see what Linux is like, and to be fair, it was actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. In fact, the main reason why I switched back to Windows is just because I thought that certain software didn't work very well with Linux and all that sort of stuff. And however, now that I'm not using stuff like Ableton and whatnot, I mean, I'm not gonna make much many. I'm no longer making all that much music content. So, I think I might actually have to stay on Linux for. I think I might actually stay on Linux for much longer than first time. Especially because this time, the reason for switching to Linux was because I found Windows 11 to be far too bloated. Because I noticed that when I was idling. Because I noticed that when idling, Windows was still consuming at least like 4 to 5 gigs of storage over here when idle. Let's see how much storage is. Let's see how much RAM is consuming this time with. Let's see how much RAM is consuming. I mean, now keep in mind I said that Windows consumed 4 to 5 gigs of RAM when idle, when doing pretty much nothing, when being on the desktop and nothing else, no programs or anything and whatnot. So let's see what let's see how much RAM is being used currently. Okay, about 6 gigs of RAM, but you can see we are having 6 gigs of RAM while a bunch of programs are running, namely OBS Studio, this image viewer, which kind of has a thumbnail. Not worry about that. Whatever. We also have this like document viewer, whatever, like a file viewer. This terminal, which is going to run HTOP, which is basically like Ubuntu's version of Task Manager, or basically a Linux version of Task Manager for that matter. Consider it looks kind of cool, very Linuxy, and yeah, that's kind of cool. So whatever. Anyway, so yeah, let's just go back on track. Let's do the computer live stream of looking at PCs and laptops and. Well, first of all, I am going to be mainly looking at mini PCs and gaming laptops possibly, and MacBooks and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be mainly looking at, and you know, if I like a bad apple, then I'm just going to rant about it, right? Because that's what I do, right? It's just what I did for the last few computer-related live streams and whatnot. You know, that's what I did always, you know, that sort of stuff, right? So, anyway, let's just try this again. Let's go to, first of all, I'm just not going to Amazon just yet. Okay, oh, Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, gotta get rid of this one because here it says how to get RTMP key because yes, I had to configure my OBS because you know this is a pretty fresh Linux install. All things considered, this is a pretty fresh Linux install. I think I've had it for only like max like 3 days at this point. So like really it's just a pretty fresh Linux install, all things considered. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. So just go to our live stream. Okay, we're good. Okay, not sure if this average view duration thing is happening because maybe it's just talking about this, which is it's basically me watching the live stream, but whatever. I'm not gonna be complaining too much about it. So let's just go forward with whatever we got. So let's just first up before we do this, I'm just gonna get rid of all X first time because I need this. In fact, let me just get rid of some other stuff because I am noticing my RAM is starting to get a little bit dangerously high. I guess maybe not dangerously high because still like nearly 10 gigs left, but like still I do want to consume like about as much RAM. I want to consume about the least amount of RAM that I could consume because that's the main reason. That's the main reason I have Linux, right? I mean that is the main reason why I have Linux and whatnot, just to kind of get rid of all that sort of bloat and whatnot. And it's also the main reason why I went for Ubuntu instead of the mainline Ubuntu type of Ubuntu Studio and whatnot because well, first of all, Ubuntu Studio would barely fit on my flash drive. Or very least, I can only have one or the other. I actually have a flash drive with like Ventway in it. It's a 16 gig flash drive, and with like Ubuntu and Ubuntu Studio, they could barely fit. I'm not sure. They could barely fit. So of course, I had to get rid of the Ubuntu Studio ISO and just get like Ubuntu in there and just kind of not worry about that sort of stuff, right? And just do that. So anyway, without further ado, let me just get to the actual live stream because let's just search for, I don't know, let's search for like mini PC or I could try mini PC gaming, but like before I do this, I'm just gonna try to look at mini PCs right now. Just mini PCs, no gaming type of related stuff, because well, I am dismissed this. Yes, ship to Poland, please. Good to have this like. Why is it in English? And why is the American flag over here? Why is the American flag? Oh, no. Whoa. I did not mean to turn on the settings over here. Why is the American flag? Oh, no. Anyway, let me just try some more things. Okay, so let's just get some other things over here before I do some things over here. Okay, we have some other things over here. We got a bunch of this sort of stuff. Okay, that's pretty good. So let me try to see if anything else we got over here. Okay. So, let's see what we got. First result. Sorry. Whoa. Okay. Why do I want to burp so badly? Why? After basically stopping my burps because like I think the reason is because I drink a lot of sparkling water, and that's why it's happening. Because recently I started drinking a lot of sparkling water, and nothing but sparkling water sometimes. So like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, maybe that's the reason why I want to burp so badly sometimes, but whatever. Anyway, that aside, let me just see what the first mini PC over here is. Okay, let me just try duplicating this. Can I duplicate this? Like, kind of on Falcon browser. Actually, Firefox works too, but like, when I first tried it, I had to install Falcon browser because initially Firefox wouldn't work. And Falcon browser was the only browser that I could try that was like Firefox and aka supported pretty much all modern websites, and basically, but it was like Firefox and also worked, so that's good. So can I duplicate this? I don't think I can. It would be pretty nice to have Firefox, which I actually could try considering, but like Firefox does work, but I just am more accustomed to this for some odd reason. Which, all right. Let me just boot up a second. Let me just get on the second Amazon tab and see what the hell I can do. Oh, sorry. I should be saying. Let's go to Amazon.pl, right? Why not? Just actually, let me just start with one. Amazon.pl, right? Since for this one instead, and just go to well, accept. Mini PC. Boom. Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have a whole lot of different results. Not gonna lie. So let's go to laptop. This is basically a gaming laptop, or whatever. Gaming laptop's gonna be it, right? Whatever. I mean, my sister has a gaming laptop. She has like a Lenovo Legion of some sort with like some sort of AMD, some sort of high-end Ryzen, and like an RTX 5060 in it, and all sorts of stuff. And she mainly uses to play like Android games and whatnot. Stuff. And she mainly uses to play like Android games and whatnot. Yeah, alright. Let's look at my own stuff. Okay, sorry if you hear like my own voice like repeated, because I just like to hear I guess I'm kind of a narcissist, whatever. Actually, I'm not a narcissist, but I just like to hear my voice sometimes. I'm just got more accustomed to that sort of stuff. I just want to hear what my voice sounds like, just to see if my microphone's not clipped or whatever. It's that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's see what I got in terms of mini PC. Okay, first of all, we got some sort of company called Weidian, apparently. But let's just ignore that. Let's go to this one. First PC we got. Okay, got this Minisfora Mini PC M1 Plus Intel with this with an Intel Core i5-12600H. Let me just go over to the CPU benchmarks over here, which should be this one. And let's go to password software thingamajig. Yes, agree. Maybe I'll just boot up the GPU benchmarks too. Let's go check, which is at videocardbenchmark.net, just to see what the website is like. So first off, we got an Intel Core i5-12600H, which is alright. Let's actually see what this is like. Okay, 12600H. Okay, try all CPUs just in case, because I wanted to see how it compares to all CPUs right here. So the 12600H has a score of. Can I find the CPU, please? Okay, why is it not working? Whoa, my RAM. Holy moly, my RAM's high. I was not expecting this of my Linux distro. That's not good. Let me just get rid of some of the stuff right here. Or not. I mean, let's just tough it out, I mean, I am live streaming after all, so let's just tough it out, and just let's just tough it out and not worry about this, right? Or not. I mean, so yeah, let's just do that and not worry about any sort of like that sort of stuff, because let's see, the 12600H has a score of 20,000. That's really not too shabby, considering my current laptop has an i7 1165G7, which is this one. It has probably 9,000, which is still a pretty respectable score, mind you. But like, yeah, it's pretty much nothing compared to this i5 instead of this mini PC, right? Also, look at that, 12 cores and 16 threads is really good. Like my current laptop that I'm live streaming this on, it has only 4 cores and 8 threads. No more, no less. 4 cores, 8 threads. Live with it. Which admittedly you can still live with, 4 cores and 8 threads is still not a bad thing. You can still live with like a quad core CPU with like hyperthreading and whatnot. I mean this i7 is really not really a bad one. It is quite a beefy quad core CPU, but yeah. It is starting to show a little bit of like age and whatnot. I mean, the setup is starting to show a little bit of age. I mean, the slowdown is one of my reasons why I decided to go on Linux, which I normally wouldn't have on a laptop this new, which I got like 3 years ago, I think. Like, it is surprising how badly its age is up its age, honestly. Like I remember back in 2023 when I got it, this laptop's performance, like the iGPU, which this laptop has like an iGPU. Like, let me check, try to see if I can get anything out of it. Let's try to see if I can go to fast switch over here. Can I see the iGPU over here? Yeah, we can see over. The GPU is the integrated Intel Iris Z graphics at 1.3 gigahertz, and yeah, that's not the greatest performance. And well, I mean, back in 2023, the Intel Iris Z graphics, they really weren't doing too badly. Like obviously the Iris graphics, they weren't doing too badly under Windows. Now I'd say it's a lot worse, but whatever. You know, let me just not complain my laptop too much, because I mean, who's gonna watch this right now? Now. Right, so just go to this one again. Let's see what we got. What we got over here. Okay, we got the 12 cores. Okay, we got about 16 gigs of DDR5 memory, RAM, a 512 gig SSD, apparently a triple 4K display. And apparently supports HDMI, DisplayPort, and USB 4.0. A dual, I'm guessing that's Ethernet, 2.5 gigabits Ethernet, and Wi-Fi 6E, which is actually not too bad considering my Wi-Fi router is still stuck at Wi-Fi 4, believe it or not. Which is actually not too bad considering my Wi-Fi. Yep, I'm not kidding. My Wi-Fi router is still quite old. It's like a really old router that is still stuck on like Wi-Fi 4, as in 802.11n. Whoops. Whoa. Wait, it's Chromium based? Nah, hell. Wait, no. No, is Falcon Chromium based? Wait. Is Falcon browser Chromium based? Because that looks suspiciously similar to Chrome. Is Falcon browser Chromium based? Wait, let me see this one. Is it Chromium based? Can I see it? I don't know. It doesn't say anything about being Chromium based, but let's just see. Is Falcon browser Chromium based? Actually, what is Falcon browser based on? If it is based on anything, for that matter. Qt web engine. Oh, it is actually Chromium based. Ooh. Google type of stuff. Oh no. Ooh. Google. Anyway, this side, yeah. As I said before, my router is still quite old. It is like Wi-Fi 4. I'm still what is basically like a 10-year-old router that still is using like Wi-Fi 4, as in 802.11n, which is also Wi-Fi 4. I mean, it's still good enough for my purpose right now. I mean, it's still good enough for my purpose, honestly, but like, you know, it is starting to slowly show its age, not gonna lie. Anyway, besides that, let's just try some other things right now. So, absolutely not too shabby, honestly. And the price is also not too shabby. Can I see if I can calculate? Okay, I'm not sure, guys. I'm gonna calculate the prices, whatever. But let's see, nonetheless. I mean, let's see what we got over here. We got, okay. I've just calculate or calculate. One call, or even call it calculate or calculate. You know, the k versus ka. The ka, the like Arabic is, you know, the cough. You know, the like Arabic is, you know, the as in like the country of Qatar, or you know, country of Qatar. You know. Whatever we got functions over here. Can I see what can I, is there any? I'm pretty sure there's like what guys actually see. What is this? Okay, plot functions, number bases, key pair, blah 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 blah. Okay, let me try this one. PLN to EOR to Euro. Polish water to Euro. Let's see. Oh, DuckDuckGo has it already. Really? Really? Let me see. What day is it currently? Oh, okay, the 10th of August. Okay, it's only 5 minutes out of date. Not too bad. Okay, let's see. This costs about 2,699 Polish zloty. So let's see how much that is in euros. About 600-ish euro. That's not too bad. how much is it in US dollars? About 700-ish US dollars. So that's really not too shabby for a computer of this caliber. Yeah, that's really not too bad, honestly. Like, this is actually a pretty respectable PC, not gonna lie. Like, that is honestly a pretty respectable PC. Pretty respectable mini PC, not gonna lie, all things considered. So yeah, there's nothing to rant about this time. We got this PC, which I'm guessing is much the same, except it's an M1 Lite, so it's gonna be some might be a little bit worse. But let's see. Let's see. Right. Anyway, let's see. We got this. So we got another mini PC from Minis Forum. This time we got the Minis Forum M1 Lite mini PC with an Intel Core Ultra 5 125U, which is still 12 cores, but it's only 14 threads this time. We still have 6 gigs of DDR5 and 512 gig SSD. We've got USB 4. Okay, now we got two monitors. Only support for 2 monitors. We got only so we got HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort 1.4, and USB 4. We've got a 2.5 gigabit LAN, which I'm going to get much of the same as the 200 gigabit Ethernet that was in the earlier mini PC. Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2. Really, still a respectable PC, not gonna lie. That is still a respectable PC. Let's see what the CPU does in terms of that. Let's just see. 125U. Please, why is this website lagging? No. Why is this website lagging of all things? Please. Holy moly, this was lagging like nothing I've seen before. Oh, because it's gonna load some ads. That's why. Can I just do an ad block on this actually? Let me just do an ad block. Maybe let's not do this actually. I don't know. Whatever. Intel Core Ultra 125U. CPU mark. Yep, 16,000. That's still very respectable. Not gonna lie. Still better than my i7 on my laptop. Whatever. I'm not gonna complain too much about my laptop because it's still pretty respectable one nonetheless. So whatever. Okay, we got the. Yep. Really good. That is still a quite respectable PC. Well, it does cost a bit more than the M1 Plus, despite having a bit of a weaker CPU. But still, that's a pretty respectable, not gonna lie. So whatever. Not too much to me talk about. Let's see. Try this one here. What is this? Let's try to get away from like Minis Forum because well, it seems like Minis Forum makes some pretty respectable PCs. So let's go to Geekom, which I think is also another quite respectable mini PC manufacturer. But let's see, Geekom A6 mini PC with an this time we got a different CPU manufacturer. This time we've switched from Intel to AMD. So this Geekom A6 mini PC has an this mini PC has an AMD Ryzen 7 6800 processor, 16 gigs of expandable DDR5 RAM. Although apparently it can be up to 96 gigs, which is crazy in the current RAM-pocalypse world that we live in. Or 5 RAM. What else we have? We also have a 1 terabyte SSD, a 3-year warranty, which is really great considering that the default is about 2 years in my country, so that's good. Windows 11 Pro, and apparently it says the gaming PC, which I really don't trust it, but whatever. I mean, it's an AMD CPU. Maybe the iGPU, maybe the integrated graphics of this thing isn't too bad. I mean, after we're talking about AMD, so maybe the integrated graphics is not gonna be too bad on this, maybe, but whatever. However, I mean, okay, I know it's gonna be the best gaming PC, but yeah, it is certainly gonna be a stellar, you know, it's certainly gonna be a stellar business PC. That's for sure. Yep. So let's see. Anyway, what we got? We got some stuff like that. Okay, so it has an Ryzen 7 6800. I'm guessing stands for the 6800. No suffix there. You sure? I know I have 600, maybe HS, I think is what's called, right? Ryzen 7. Wait, what version of a Ryzen 7 does it have? Because there's the 1600H, the 1600HS, the Creator Edition of the 1600HS, and the 600U. What version does it have? I wonder. I wonder what CPU does it actually have, because it just says 1600. It doesn't list if it's the H or HS. That's a bit suspicious, but whatever. It's the whatever. Whatever. I mean, it's not much because it's not much from that much of a problem, considering like even like the worst of the Ryzen 7s are still like even far better than my laptop's i7. So that's still not that bad. It also has AMD Radeon 680M graphics, which you might see on the on this page over here. Let's see. Can I see this one? No, not GTX, not an NVIDIA card. This one. Let's see. 1600H. That's probably the CPU that it came with. So let's just try this one. And boosh. Come on, find the video card. Go. Well, that's actually pretty good. That is almost on par with my Intel Iris Z graphics on my laptop. I think. Let me actually see. Let me actually see how on par is it with my laptop actually. i7, no, Intel, no, Intel Iris Z, not the Z Max, just the Iris Z. Yeah, that is pretty much on par with my Intel Iris Z graphics in my laptop. So, it might not be the best at gaming, but come on, it's an iGPU. What are we talking about, right? No iGPU is gonna get no iGPU is gonna be stellar at gaming. Sorry. Not even like the Strix Halo. Not even that. It's gonna be all that stellar at gaming. Sorry. Sorry. Whatever. But besides that, let's just try some other things. We've got the for your warranty, yeah, whatever. After we talk about all that sort of stuff, that's really not too bad. Honestly, like that's still honestly quite a but it's still quite a respectable PC. Not gonna lie. Like, look, and it has Windows 11 Pro. Really good. That's really good actually. Okay, let's see what Ryzen 7. Okay, 8 core, 16 threads. That is really good. An octa-core CPU is always a pretty nice addition. You know, yep, yeah. DDR5, so dim, up to 96 gigs. Wow. 1 PCIe Gen 4 SSD, up to 4 terabytes, which is pretty nice. That's pretty good. Versatile. Okay, let's see what ports we have. We got USB 3. Okay, we got 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, a headphone jack, a power button, an SD card slot, a DC jack, HDMI 2.0, USB 4 Type C, USB 2.0 Type A, and USB 2.2 Gen 2 Type A, and then USB 4.2 Gen 2 Type C, another HDMI port, and then this RJ45 LAN port, aka basically Ethernet. Superb networking, yeah, not about that, so okay. Blah blah blah. Oh, looks like we actually had one viewer over here. Oh, looks like we actually had a viewer over here. But they left pretty quickly, so that's not good, but whatever. At least have a viewer. We had. Sorry. Okay, let's see what else we got up here. Okay, we got the this is interesting here because that doesn't really look to me like a mini PC, or at the very least not conventionally like a mini PC. Like look at this, it's upright. Wow. Okay, let's see. Lenovo ThinkCenter M910Q. Okay, Lenovo. I am a Lenovo. They make ThinkPads and all that sort of stuff. I mean, Lenovo's pretty respectable brands because I mean, like, if you make ThinkPads and all that sort of stuff, that's good. Let's see. A tiny, blah blah blah. Intel quad core i5. Okay, so that's a quad core i5, although taking a quick glance at it, it says the Core i5 6500T, which is getting a bit outdated now, but whatever. A 256 gig SSD. Okay, 8 gigs of memory? That's getting a bit low. I mean, ideally you want 16 gigs or more, but okay. For like a business PC is not too bad. Windows 11 Pro with Wi-Fi, business computer, business desktop computer, mini PC, refurbished. Okay, that is actually not too bad of a refurbished PC, not gonna lie. Like, for like a refurbished like a refurbished like business PC, not too bad actually. You know what? I mean, yeah, the components are a bit old, but like, and it doesn't really have quite enough RAM to satisfy me. But like, it's not really all that bad, honestly. Like, for like a business PC or like a small PC for like a kid, not too bad. But whatever. Let's see. What else we got? We got this. What is this? I wonder. Boss Game E2. What is this? I wonder. Let's see. We got the. There's lots of business stuff here. Sorry. Holy moly. Anyway. Okay, we got E2 Air mini PC with an AMD Ryzen 5 3501U. Is that an actual CPU? Let me check actually. Is that an actual CPU, or is that a 3510U? No, 3501. Okay, that is an actual CPU. Okay, I thought it was actually fake, but no, that is an actual CPU, right? The AMD Ryzen 5 3501, that is an actual CPU. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that are some pretty basic specs. Look at that. 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 256 gigabyte SSD. That's quite basic for like any PC, to be honest. Up to 3.7 gigahertz, dual HDMI 4K 60, Type C, USB Type C, LAN, Wi-Fi 5, and Bluetooth 5. I mean, I'm not sure I recommend it to people, honestly, because I feel like, you know, you can find like a you can find like a refurbished PC for like not much less, with I think better specs, maybe, I don't know, but whatever, not much less. Okay, let's show some more things over here. Let's go. Boss Game E2, GMK Tech 10 watt. GMK Tech 10 watt. That's some pretty good, I think, type of stuff. Let me just go to this one. Okay. What's it? I think GMK Tech is also a pretty respectable brand, but let's see. Okay, we got this one. It says GMK Tech, 10 watt, low power consumption, mini PC G3 Pro with an Intel Core i3 10110U. Let's see. Well, let's see if that's not. I'm pretty sure it actually is, because Intel has pretty good ones. Let's see. 10110U. Okay, that's a pretty low power CPU, not gonna lie. But again, it does say it's actually 10 watts only, so whatever. Older, like 16 gigabytes of DDR. Doesn't say whether it's DDR4 or DDR5, but assuming by the fact it's 10 gen Intel Core i3, I am most likely going to assume it's DDR4. 512 gigabytes for a. Wait, does this thing hard drive? Oh no, it does not have an SSD in it? Oh no, that's pretty bad. For businesses, for school, blah blah blah, microcomputer, that sort of stuff. Alright. Okay. That's not like. Whoa. 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 Okay. Any other times I can try? Okay. Whoa. Okay, what else we got over here? We also got this minis forum. Let's try going back to minis forum. Okay, this might be quite respectable over here. And this is a one without like an Intel CPU. So let's see this one. we got this PC. We got the Mini Forum UM773 Lite mini PC with an AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS, which is let's see, let's have compares on the little charts over here. 35HS. Yeah, that's a pretty good CPU, not gonna lie. 22,000 on the CPU mark. That's really not too shabby. Really good. Okay, so it has an AMD Radeon, but I'm almost certainly sure that is integrated graphics and not like dedicated graphics for sure. 2 HDMI, 1 USB 4.0, 1 USB-C, 4 USB 3.2, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2, without RAM and a disc. Oh, that's not great. Oh no. Oh, that's interesting. You gotta buy your own RAM, which is really not great considering how expensive RAM actually is. And your own SSD too? Wow. You gotta buy your own RAM and your SSD, which is not great considering we're currently in like Ramageddon times. So I would ideally not want to buy my own RAM and my own SSDs. Like, sorry. I would ideally want not to buy my own RAM. Whoa! Wait. No, stop doxing me. Why is Amazon doxing me, bro? I just noticed. Why is Amazon doxing my goddamn postcode? That's not great. Why is that? I almost noticed actually. Wait, that's pretty bad. Okay, anyway. GCIe 4.0 SSD, okay, blah blah blah. I mean, it does seem to be a pretty respectable PC, all things considered. So, I'm not gonna lie about that, you know. That's pretty good, I think, you know. That's up. What editor? Wait. Can I see what sort of stuff we're running? Is that DaVinci Resolve? Okay, that is almost certainly DaVinci Resolve on the bottom screen over here. That is almost certainly DaVinci Resolve on the bottom here. Could it even run DaVinci Resolve that well? Could it even run DaVinci Resolve all that well? I mean, considering that DaVinci Resolve struggles on my current i7 laptop, I kind of wonder how DaVinci Resolve would perform on this mini PC over here. I wonder. What is this over here, I wonder? Is that also DaVinci? No, it's not DaVinci. What sort of program is this actually? Can I see? Can I see what's actually this? Can I just zoom in? No, I can't really zoom in more than I can, really. What is this program, I wonder? No, I can't really find. I probably like I just this one visit DaVinci Resolve for sure, but like, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. That's not good. Yourself for sure. How about some more? Let's go to this one. Let's go to the final one. Let's go to the Wade pieces. Why not? Let's go to this one. Let's see. Let's go to the best one that actually isn't by. Oh, this one. Let's be above the best one. I mean, let's see. Wade mini PC fanless, which is great. Mini computer with an i7 10510U or an 10810U, which is interesting. So let's see what the better of these CPUs performs at 10810U. Okay, still a bit worse than my current i7 on this, but the current i7 1160 on my current laptop, but whatever. What else got? 107 Pro. Oh, it's like an industrial PC with 16 gigs of RAM, 112 gig SSD, two HD DisplayPort, GPIO, Wi-Fi 5, BT, Bluetooth, 2 RS-232, 42 and 485 ports, 6 USB ports, 2 Ethernet ports, fanless, PC grade auto power on. Good. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, so that's the final one we'll look at on the mini PC end for now. So let's just leave that for now. And now let's start looking at some gaming laptops over here. Let's go. Okay, what's it got? That's not a laptop. That ain't a laptop. That ain't a laptop. That ain't a laptop. That's a laptop, but I'm not going to be looking at that. Sorry. Let's look at this one. This looks to be very cheap, not gonna lie. Okay, Ace Magic laptop with a Ryzen 7 7735HS, 16 gigs of DDR5, a 512 gigs, a 512 gig SSD, a 16-inch Full HD display, and apparently says it's a gaming laptop. But how gaming really is it? Let's see. Okay, AMD Ryzen 7 HT55, 8 cores and 16 threads, jusqu'à 127 GHz. Décotage vidéo performance augmentée, serving 30% compression de fichiers, performance augmentée. 20% de performance 3D augmentée. I mean, I can read a bit of French. No, I can read a bit of French. I mean, I learned in like 7th, 8th grade. I learned a little bit of French. I know how to read a little bit of Français. You know, I know how to read a little bit of the French. Anyway, enough of the French accent because why is it French? Why is it French? Haute performance sans délai. Why is it in French? Why? Okay, can I just find out what GPU it has? Wait, what GPU does it have? I'm guessing it has an iGPU or something of some kind? It doesn't say what GPU it has. Come on. Oh yeah, it says here. Integrated graphics. Yeah, it's not really much of a game laptop, is it? Oh, it has. Let's see this one. That looks be far better, but nah, that's too good for our purposes. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. We need more rants right now. More. What is this one? I wonder. That's too good. That's too good. Let's look at some more of a cheap end. Let's not look at Ace Magic again because, well, we're probably gonna get some more iGPU shenanigans going on. So no. Topar? Oh, another brand. I don't know. Let's see. Topar T5, gaming laptop with a 15.6-inch LED display, Full HD, 1920 by 1080. Oh, 144 Hz IPS. That's really not too bad. Whoa, Core i7 1200H. That is really not too bad. Whoa, let me just try outpaint this to the little viewer over here. 1200H. Go. Don't lag. No, just continue on. Go on. Oh, why is my CPU lagging so much? No, why is my laptop lagging so much? Also, I guess more of this website lags so much, but like, let's see. Nearly 25,000 CPU marks. That's really not that bad. Okay. What else you got? 16 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD, an RTX 4060. That's wait. How much VRAM does the laptop 4060 have? Can I check how much RAM the mobile version of the... Oh, search this. 8 gigs? 8 gigs? Wait, is it actually real? Let me see. 4060 mobile specs. Alright, let's go to this one. Let's go to Tech Power Up specs over here. Okay, let's go to Tech Power Up specs over here. Whoa. Okay. It actually has 8 gigs of GDDR6. Wow, that's actually not too bad. That is actually not too bad. Whoa. Windows 11 notebook, gaming notebook. That is actually not too bad. Not gonna lie, that is for just over $1,000 bucks. That is really not too bad. Like an RTX 4060, 1 TB SSD, 6 GB of RAM, a very powerful CPU, an i7. Really not too shabby for that matter. And it also costs not much more than my laptop cost when I bought it in 2023. So really interesting for that matter. Very interesting for that matter. Really not too bad of a laptop, not gonna lie. That is really kind of a deal, not gonna lie. Then my social some more things. Okay, we got a Chromebook. Really? Who's going to be gaming on a Chromebook? Come on. What is this one? Acer Aspire Go 15? That's not really all that much of a gaming laptop either. I mean, it's an Aspire, not a Nitro. Let's see. Let's see what we actually got. And is it better than my current Acer Aspire? Let's see. Okay, we got a Full HD IPS 15.6-inch display, an Intel Core 5 120U. Okay, Core 5, not okay. We did for I, so let's see. 120U. That is, the CPU is better than my i7 for sure, so that's good. Whatever. 16 gigs of RAM. Okay. 512 gigs of SSD, which is less than my laptop currently has, which is about which my laptop actually is 1 TB SSD. Though on my Linux partition, I think I got like 200 gigs to my Linux partition, so whatever. That I think should be enough for Linux, but whatever. Intel graphics card, which I'm guessing might be the Intel Iris Z graphics or whatever. Let's see. Windows 11 Quartz keyboard is interesting over here, and silver, which is also what my laptop is. It's also a silver laptop. Right. Let's see. Can I see what sort of integrated graphics the Core i5? Sorry, the Core 5 has? No. Or let me just go to this one. Core 5 120U specs. Yep. Let's go to Intel's website. Okay. Intel graphics, just as Intel graphics. So even Intel doesn't really specify that much. So that's not really all that great. Yep. Let's try do some more stuff over here, right? Let's go to Asus V16. No, no. Let's try some overall laptops here. Oh, this one is interesting. Lenovo E16 G2 with an Intel Core Ultra 7 155H. Try this one. Let's see. Ultra 7. Don't lag, please. Mimi Mamu. 155H has like a CPU mark of 24,000, which is really not too bad. Sorry. 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, really good. 1 TB SSD, not too shabby. QWERTY and Spanish? Huh? Okay. We also got like a ThinkPad. We got woodwork, that sort of stuff. Does this have integrated graphics? I'm guessing, judging by the lack of the GPU in the title, I'm guessing it has integrated graphics. Yep, it has integrated graphics. About what sort of integrated graphics does it have? Let's see. Can I see what sort of graphics it has? Intel Arc graphics. So this setup may actually be half decent at gaming, actually, judging by the. It says Intel Arc, so actually it might be half decent at gaming. Actually, it might actually be. It might just actually be decent at gaming. What? Let's actually see some more. Right. Let's go to the. Okay, we got an ROG Ally. Not now. Ubuntu update. What else we have? ROG Ally. I'm not going to try because it's basically one of those like Steam Deck type of machines. It's basically another one of those like Steam Deck type of machines. So Not gonna try that. Let's try some more PCs and laptops and blah blah blah. Okay, we got an Acer Predator Helios 300 laptop. Okay, let's see what this is about. Let's see, this 300 laptop, gaming laptop with an i7-10750H, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 laptop GPU, 15.6-inch Full HD 144 Hz IPS display, 16 gigs of DDR4, 512 gigs of 512 gig NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi 6, and an RGB keyboard. Yes, that is very important. It's not a game up. It's not really a gaming laptop if it doesn't have an RGB keyboard, doesn't it? Nah, just kidding. But like, that sort of stuff. Wi-Fi. I mean, whatever. We got something over here, so that's pretty good, I think. Got some more stuff right now. Acer TH blah 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 blah. Okay. RTX 3060, however, that's become a bit outdated, isn't it? Right? 3060 mobile specs. Boom. Let's get this now. Let's see. Oh, 6 gigs of RAM is becoming a bit. Well, that's not super good, I think. Ideally, you want at least 8 gigs, not gonna lie, but I don't know. Maybe this type of maybe for this type of gaming laptop, it may not be that bad, honestly. So let's actually see. I don't know. Whatever. Let's finally look at some other gaming laptops over here. Okay, let's go back to this sort of stuff. Let's go to this one says the game laptop. So actually, this one has a Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming. Let's see, 3 Gen 6 laptop with a 15.6-inch Full HD screen, AMD Ryzen 5 5600H, 8 gigabytes of RAM. What? No way they're still selling a gaming laptop with 8 gigs of RAM. I thought 16 gigs was the minimum. Anyway, 512 gig SSD, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 with 4 gigs of VRAM? Oh, that is simply criminal at this point. Without an operating system? Oh, whatever, not a big problem. Now it says black, and it says a Portuguese QWERTY keyboard. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Did someone else join? Wait, did someone else join? Again? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. A gaming 3 Gen 6. Let's see what else got over here. We got some more accessories over here. So let's just go over to not just the other ones, some like maybe one more gaming laptop over here. Let's go with this one. Acer Nitro V17 AI. Really? Why AI? Why? Gaming laptop with a 17-inch display? That is crazy, not gonna lie. Full HD IPS 144 Hz, an AMD Ryzen 7 260, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, an RTX 5060. That's actually not too shabby, honestly. Windows 11, QWERTY keyboard again, and it's black laptop. Yeah, whatever. Any more laptop? I think I'm looking at some. Let's see. Acer Aspire 16 AI. Okay, so now we went down a notch now. This time we went from Acer Nitro to an Acer Aspire. Let's see. We got a Okay, so it's a Copilot Plus PC. Copilot. That's why it's to Linux. 16-inch WUXGA plus display. OLED 120 Hz. An AMD Ryzen AI 5 340. Once again with the AI stuff. 16 gigs of RAM. A 512 gig SSD and an AMD RAM 840M, which is surely an iGPU. Like, come on. Windows 11, once again a quartz keyboard, and gray. Okay. Mm. Well, let's see some more laptops, shouldn't we, right? I mean, let's get some more laptops again. Why not? Why not, you know? And so we got an MSI Cyborg A15 AI, which that's not. No, let's look at this one. Let's go to this one. Acer Swift. No. Let's just get out Acer's stuff right now. No, not Asus, not HP, not this Topar. What is this? T580? No. I'll try to give this one. Okay, what is this? I want. We've got a lot of stuff like monitors and stuff like that, but like, okay, now I've just gone for like whatever this is, right? What is this? I wonder. Well, that's interesting. It says that's annoying laptop over here. Okay, let's see. A laptop, just as laptop. Doesn't say what brand it is. No, actually, this here says it's Set Penta, right? Let's see. A laptop with 16 gigs of RAM, presumably, and 512 gigs of storage. I hope it's okay. It says it's actually SSD, so it's good. GPU is UHD 620 and an NVIDIA MX250, which is okay. Processor is 5405U, which I'm guessing is just that's an AMD CPU. I'm pretty sure it's an AMD CPU, isn't it? Wait, 5405U. Also some sort of Celeron, whatever. 5405. That's a Pentium. Okay, that's not an AMD. That's a okay. I almost thought it was a Ryzen at some point, but not bad. But not bad. It's actually a Pentium, right? Although, what's a Pentium doing in a gaming laptop? That's kind of suspicious over here. 14-inch screen, HD IPS. Okay. And I think that's about it for this episode, because I can't really look at much more. Because, like, I'm such a concerned. I mean, okay, that's gonna go to page 2, and my dog is barking. Not sure my dog didn't bark earlier, but yeah, my dog decided to bark right at the end of it. Actually, that's great. Let's take a look at some more. Let's just look like one final laptop before I just before I go once again do like a few mini pieces again, and then just use some more stuff, right? Okay, we got this. Sure, we are on page 2. Yep, that's page 2. Okay, good. I'll show some more stuff. AC 200 watt. Okay, now we're just getting no gaming laptops now. We're just not getting accessories for gaming laptops. So we might as well just switch over, because we're just not going to get any gaming laptops. So we're just going to switch. Boosh. Let's just shut down this page over here. And then let's see. So we okay, well, let's see some more pieces right now, don't we? Shouldn't we, right? Let's go to this one. Says okay, we already look at the WDM mini PCs over here, so let's go to some more. Let's see this one. What this one says. Okay, so it's an AS1, a Magic Nook AS1 mini PC for business and home, with a Ryzen 5 3550H mini computer, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a 512 gig 12 gig PCIe 3.0 SSD, dual Ethernet, triple display, Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5, and then once again we have like a mini computer again, just to kind of confirm that it's a mini computer, because you gotta mention 1,000 times the fact that it's a mini computer, as if it's not apparent enough, right? But anyway, let's show some more things over here. Let's just see. BMax B4 Plus mini PC. Let's see. We got Windows 11 Pro, 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5, a 512 gig M2 SSD, and Intel N95. Whoa. N95. Can I ever buy this one actually? Let's see, a fine CPU, bro. Yes, find the CPU, bro. Go to find CPU. Why is it not showing me the? Do I need to shut down the whole? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's surprisingly not as fast as I actually thought it would be. What? Okay, we got Intel 8095. It's a business microcomputer with two 4K HDMI ports, one Type C, one LAN, one Wi-Fi 5, one Bluetooth 5.0, four USB ports, and yeah, it's basically for like apparently says it should be for home office and home cinema, something like that. So okay, one Type C. Let's try some more things over here, right? Shouldn't we, right? So let's go some more sort of stuff. Let's see. ASRock? Wait, ASRock? I didn't know ASRock makes mini PCs. Anyway, let's see. Oh, it's a bare bone PC. Not exactly mini PC, is it? No. 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 Fuck. B-Link mini PC S12 Pro. This has an N100, which is I'm guessing marginally better than the N95 in that B-Max mini PC. Anyway, let's see. 4 ports, 4 threads, up to 300 gigahertz, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 512 gigabyte SSD. That's a computer. It supports two 4K displays, USB 3.2, Wi-Fi 6, and 20 gigabit Ethernet. Okay, that's good to see. Okay. Let's try some more things. Okay, let's just try this one. This says the Minis forum. Okay, so we're back to Minis forum again. Let's see, we got a Minis forum Venus UM790 Pro mini PC with an AMD Ryzen 9. Wow, that's crazy. 7940HS. What? Pheno 5.2 GHz Con AMD Radeon 780M. 4 USB 3.2 ports, 2 USB 4 ports, 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, 2 PCI 4.0, Wi-Fi 6E / Bluetooth 5.3, and finally we got RG 4500 gigabit. Oh, no RAM and SSD? Come on, it's a RAM apocalypse. I don't want to buy my own RAM and SSD. Anyway, let's show some more things, right? Let's see what else got over here. Let's go. A Geekom mini PC A5 with a AMD Ryzen 5 7430U. Okay. Let me just go to these ones because I'm not gonna do any more of like CPU comparison one loss. I'm just get rid of this. Just kind of free up my RAM a little bit just to kind of see how much RAM my stuff is getting consumed. Alright. I still 7 gigs. What? Is it because of OBS actually? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Geekom mini PC A5 with an AMD Ryzen blah, blah, blah. 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM expandable, which is great. A 512 gig SSD. Windows 11 Pro. It says it's ultra silent, dual HDMI, 8K apparently. Okay, it has an SD card reader, and it's apparently for business, and it's basically for business and like desktop. So yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Right, yeah. Well, that's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I don't think it's way too bad right now. Well, not too bad. Got some more stuff right now. Let's see. We got this mini PC with a screen of some sort. Okay, we got this one. Which says the brand says it's Haigaola or sorry, it's Haigaola PC. I think that's how it's pronounced because it's definitely from China or whatever. So it's probably not Haigaola. It's Haigaola because it's Chinese, probably Mandarin or whatever. Let's see, mini computer PC. decorative with a touch screen, 5.5-inch mini desktop computer, a Celeron. Well, whatever. Windows 11 Pro, 8 gigs of RAM, 100 gigs of ROM. I haven't heard that in a long time. I haven't heard source before just ROM in a really long time. Not gonna lie. Anyway, dual display, 4K 60 Hz HDMI 2.0. That's not too bad, I think, right? Let's see some more stuff, right? I'll try some more stuff. Okay, let's go. Minis Forum AI X1 Pro Mini PC with an AMD Ryzen 9. Oh, sorry, AMD Ryzen AI 9 HX370. 12 cores, 24 threads. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's actually pretty respectable, not gonna lie. Up to 5.1 gigahertz. And an AMD Radeon 890M. That's, I think, one of the top end AMD Radeon iGPUs, I think. So it might perform somewhat decently in gaming or other type of stuff that requires a powerful GPU. Whatever, we got quad 4K, it barely supports up to 4K displays, dual LAN, 2.5 gigabits, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, Oculink. Wait, Oculink? So you could theoretically install like an eGPU or whatever on it, right? And then you also got like RAM, and yep, that's pretty good. Okay, that's actually not too bad, I think, right? Wait, does actually say? Wait. Oh, you have to install your own RAM and SSD. That's what I think we're trying to tell you, because there's no RAM and SSD in there. That's a big bummer, I think. Especially because we're talking about RAM apocalypse over here, which is, when RAM prices are starting to get, when RAM and SSD is starting to get increasingly unaffordable in recent times. So that's not great. Well, let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. Next up, this one says that it's an Star G Flip mini PC with a Ryzen 7 H255, up to 4.9 gigahertz, mini desktop PC, bare bones with a 5-inch HD screen. Why is the Windows 7 wallpaper flipped? Why is it flipped? Without RAM, without an SSD. I mean, it does actually say it's bare bones, so I'm gonna count that. Apparently has a Oculink, which is pretty great. 4K HDMI, 2 USB4 ports, 2.5 gig LAN, for business and home. That's actually pretty good, I think. No, really not too shabby for that matter, actually. You know what? Let's see some more stuff right now, shouldn't we? Right, so let's go to any more. Hey, Escobar. I'm not Escobar. Broski. I'm not Escobar. Broski. Anyway, that aside, let me just try some more stuff, right? Let's go to this one. It says, minis for, wait, what was this posted? I don't know. Some guy called Subir643. Okay. Or gal? I don't know. Some person named Subir643, alright. Well, I'll show some more stuff, so okay, let's try to see. Okay, we got Minis Forum MSA2 Mini PC AMD. Oh, okay, let's show this one. Let's just go to this one. It says Minis Forum MSA2 Mini PC with an AMD Ryzen 9 8945HX. Whoa, 16 cores and 32 threads? That is crazy. Okay, PCIe X16, free 8K displays. Wow, that's crazy. Once again, that's because I got a massive bummer in that there's no RAM or SSD for that matter. So that's bad. Okay. Well, whatever. So it's just more stuff, right? Okay. Try to skip some of these ones. I think, you know what, I'm actually starting to get bored now. So and I think the rest is starting to get bored too. So let's just try to you know what, and I think the, you know what, let me just end this live stream, because it is slowly starting to get a bit pretty much it's starting to get a bit boring now. I mean, I have been live streaming for well over an hour now, so I think it's best off if I just you know just do the live stream and just not worry about that sort of stuff. Let me just do that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to end the live stream right now. So anyway, I'm Pabblo, and I say goodbye to all of you. Have a good day, everybody.